So when it comes to minimum starting points, it's tough to put a dollar sign on it. What I would say is any program should at least try, if you have the room, to get 2 consoles with 2 TVs and 6 PCs. That is what you want at the very least. If you can only do 3 consoles because that's what you have right now and it's an after-school program, then do that. Every program itself should baby step into something and what they feel comfortable with. Regardless of what you're putting into it, you want to make sure you have the goals for you as well, so you can build upon something, right? And it might just be like, hey, we don't have, the goal right now is just to see if something like this sticks, but you still need an engagement campaign. You want to be able to bring kids in and introduce them to it, so you still need something. But a couple consoles, 6 PCs the reason for that is, again, the kids can come in, they're more likely to be on a console and feel comfortable. When it comes to 6 PCs, the reason I say 6 is because you can play 3v3s, which is 3 versus 3. The most popular 3 versus 3 game is Rocket League, and it's played in high school, middle school, and college. It's a great game. It's probably the most well-known and one of the most widely played games across all organizations. But you can also play a 4-person team, a 5-person team, and you can even have a coach station if you need to. So that's why 6 is kind of the go-to of PCs, because you can kind of make everything out of it. The next step up would be what's called a 10 stack, which is 5 PCs on one side, 5 on another, and you don't have to really put them back to back. They can be around the walls or wherever we might want to design it. But that allows you to not only do 3v3s, but it also allows you for any game that's 4v4 or 5v5 to actually let them practice with each other. And again, 2 consoles or maybe even a third one is great. We've helped a couple spaces with mobile TVs where they actually push them to the sides and leave them there, and then at a certain point in time they kind of wheel them out. In recreation spaces, those we don't normally see a minimum, because recreation spaces are meant like part of a YMCA. There's a reason why that room is being used and designed, and we very rarely see any type of DIY or minimal layout. They bring us in to build a very specific model and lay the room out, because they are going to be able to obviously have people pay for getting into that space or subscription model. They rarely do a very minimal what it would cost type thing. It's more of make it look nice. We want to draw people in, much more like a higher education space than anything else, but normally smaller. I would say on a recreation space, normally we'll see 12 PCs, much like a K through 12, but it'll be higher design and more like a higher education space. So it's kind of a meld in between. If we're getting into a LAN center, which has 80 PCs, then it changes, because we're decorating bathrooms, we're decorating the space where people are eating and getting drinks and putting that whole thing up. So there's a whole difference to it. So they can range. If you're talking about getting consoles, Nintendo Switches, I think, are like $250, maybe $300. TVs, you don't have to get the top end ones. I mean, you can get a TV off of retail for, probably like $500-600, and even less if you're trying to get a smaller TV for just a small space. You just need a 40-inch TV or a 37-inch TV just to start something. You can go really inexpensive and still get that program started. It's when you want to take the next step and when you actually want to build that infrastructure and build the branding around it and really start to go. That's when you would want to call somebody like us so we can at least talk to you about it, talk you through it, and take the next steps.